John's School for the Deaf at Boston Spa, set up by the Sisters of Charity more than 100 years ago, is the only Catholic residential and day school for children with impaired hearing in England and Wales. The emphasis is on teaching these children oral skills and getting them to make the most of any residual hearing that they have. The school in other respects is like any other in its preparation for public exams. I asked the school's administrator, Father Dan Harrison, if there is any known cause of deafness, particularly in young people.
There are various factors, and we cannot say that one particular thing is the cause of deafness. Certainly things like German measles in pregnant mothers has been a cause of deafness, and some people seem to have an inherited tendency to be deaf. Other people as a result of perhaps an accident. So the causes of deafness are several, you know.
So in a sense, what you're saying is they could have been avoided?
Oh yes, I think because of better medicine, I think the number of people becoming deaf is slightly decreased. The better drugs and what have you have meant that fewer people are deaf. Certainly here at school we have varying degrees of deafness. Previously we used to define people as being partially deaf or fully deaf. Most people we find have some residual hearing, and in the school we try to make the best use of it. Being an oral school, we base our philosophy on trying to make use of what hearing the person has, so as they're better able to integrate into a hearing world.
And what are the techniques you're using towards that?
Well, first of all, there's the electronic equipment we use, hearing aids, group aids, whereby we have a central amplifying system within the class, and the children use earphones that are adjusted to their particular type of hearing loss. We use methods of teaching them speech through conversational methods. We take the child's interests and speech, reflect it back to the child as a mother would, the baby's oohs and ahs and ums, and then try to develop that into a written form of language that the child can recognise and build upon as part of their own vocabulary.
Some of the children that we've seen have got a speech impediment. Is that because they've never learnt to talk when they were small because of their hearing impediment?
Yes, the speech impediment comes from the child being able to, or trying to imitate the sort of sounds that it hears, and some sounds it is unable to distinguish, some of the consonant sounds especially, and so they tend to mispronounce them, and to the average person this sounds like speech impediment.
Within its context, what you're teaching here, is the school like any other?
Yes, we try to make the education here for the children what it would be if the child were a hearing person, and that we follow a full curriculum from 5 through to 17. We offer 23 subjects at specialist level, so we try to think of the school as providing the sort of education that any young person would need in today's world. Speech is a wonderful means of communication, and when one is denied this, it becomes important to relate to other people in other ways, and the sort of frustrations that a deaf child faces because of its inability to communicate, I think are part of the problems that a child faces, and that we help them to come to terms with in the school.
What part does religion play here?
A very important part. In today's school, even though the number of Roman Catholics is not as great, we still look to provide a Christian environment and provide a Christian education, whereby children can grow up being secure and feeling loved, and from this come to an understanding of a God who loves them.